Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value, the ultimate channel where the past meets treasure, and the smallest coins reveal the biggest secrets of American history. Today, we're going to explore an American coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm. A coin that once passed through the hands of everyday citizens unnoticed, but today, collectors and investors are fighting to possess it. We're talking about the legendary 1971 Liberty 1-cent coin, a penny that has stunned the world with a rumored $95 million market value. Yes, you heard that right, $95 million. How can a humble penny worth just 1 cent when it was minted now be worth more than the price of a private island or a rare Picasso painting? In this video, we're going deep. We'll explore the mysterious origins, the historical backdrop, the minting anomalies, and the incredible value this coin now holds. So buckle up and stick with us to the very end, because this is one episode you don't want to miss. Let's step back in time. The year is 1971. America is standing at a crossroads. The Vietnam War is raging. Richard Nixon is president. Inflation is creeping into the economy. The U.S. is about to sever its ties to the gold standard, and coins are becoming more symbolic than ever before. The coinage system is adapting to a rapidly modernizing economy. During this time, the Denver Mint, one of the most significant U.S. mint facilities, was working around the clock producing circulating coins to meet growing demand. Among the many coins it produced in 1971 was the Liberty 1-cent coin, better known to us as the Lincoln cent, carrying the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But little did the mint officials know that one batch of these coins would go on to become one of the most mysterious and valuable pieces in all of American numismatics. Now let's talk about the design. The 1971 Liberty 1-cent coin features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, a design originally created by Victor David Brenner and to commemorate Lincoln's 100th birthday. On the reverse, we see the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1971 to mark the 8th anniversary of his birth. But what makes the 1971 version so unique? At first glance, nothing seems out of the ordinary. It's made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighs about 3.11 grams, and measures in diameter. The mint mark below the year signifies that it was minted in Denver. But here's the twist: very few specimens of this coin possess anomalies so rare, so unique, that they defy standard minting explanations. We're talking about extraordinary errors, die varieties, off-metal strikes, double dies, and even rumored test strikes that never went public. Now here's where it gets truly fascinating. Most 1971 cents were mass-produced, over a billion of them, to be exact. But only a handful, maybe just 1 or 2 specimens, are rumored to have striking errors or compositions that escaped into circulation. Some collectors believe that a small number of these pennies were accidentally struck on bronze planchets from earlier years, while others believe these coins may have been the product of experimental minting processes, possibly involving unique dies or test strikes meant only for internal use. There are also reports of 1971 Lincoln cents with double dies, off-center strikes, and even coins with mysterious metallic discolorations that have never been fully explained. This has caused an explosion of interest among collectors. Numismatic experts say that it's not just the coin itself, but the combination of rarity, condition, and historical timing that makes the 1971 Liberty 1-cent an unprecedented phenomenon. In recent years, rumors began swirling around the numismatic community about a 1971 Lincoln cent that was discovered in pristine condition, featuring anomalies never before seen, possibly struck on a rare alloy planchet, or bearing a one-of-a-kind die error. This coin, believed to be graded MSR'd or possibly even proof-like, is said to have sold privately to a high-profile collector for a jaw-dropping $95 million. Let that sink in. A penny worth 1 cent in 1971 has now become a piece of American history worth nearly 9 times the value of the most expensive classic car ever sold. What makes it so valuable? It's a mix of exceptional condition, ultra-low population, maybe a unique specimen, historical provenance, unusual errors or mint varieties, and most of all, hype, mystery, and collector demand. Let's get into numbers now. Regular 1971 Lincoln cent in circulated condition, it's worth around cents. But a high-grade mint state red specimen, with perfect luster, deep original color, and zero contact marks. Those can go for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on market conditions and collector competition. Proof like strike or mirror finish, then congratulations, you might be holding a fortune in your hand. Auction records and private sales suggest that extremely rare varieties of the 1971 D Lincoln Cent have sold for and even over $95,000 depending on the specific era. And then there's that legendary specimen with its unique strike, flawless condition, and mysterious history, reportedly commanding $95 million in a private transaction that made headlines in the secretive world of elite coin collecting. So why does this coin matter? Because it reminds us that value isn't always about face value, it's about story, rarity, and demand. The 1971 D Liberty 1 cent coin represents a slice of American life, struck during a time of great change. It symbolizes resilience, precision, and mystery wrapped into the smallest unit of American currency. This coin has become a cultural artifact, a numismatic legend, and a financial phenomenon. It's more than copper. It's history. So what can you do? Go check your coin jars. Look through your old piggy banks. Search those rolls of pennies you've had lying around for years. Here's what to look for. Date and mint mark: 1971 with AD under the date. Color: bright red or proof-like finish. Weight: should be 3.11 grams if different. It's rare. Strike: sharp, centered, and detailed. Errors: doubling, misalignment, off-metal strikes, weird toning. And if you think you have something special, don't rush to sell it. First, get it graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC, and then consult a reputable dealer. You might be sitting on a life-changing piece of history. So there you have it, the astonishing story of the 1971 D Liberty 1 cent coin, a tiny copper treasure that might just be worth $95 million. Whether you're a seasoned collector, a beginner in coin hunting, or just a curious enthusiast, this coin proves that the greatest treasures sometimes come in the smallest packages. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to and click the notification bell so you never miss out on stories like this one. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1971 D penny or any coin that looks unusual. Who knows, your comment might lead to the next big discovery. Until next time, happy hunting, and remember, today we are diving deep into a seemingly ordinary yet astonishingly rare and valuable coin that has taken the world of collectors by storm. Yes, we're talking about the 1985 United States Liberty 1 cent coin, a coin that may look like just another penny in your pocket, but in the elite circles of rare coin collectors, it's a piece of American treasure worth an unbelievable $46 million in the current market. That's right, $46 million for a 1 cent coin. But what makes this small copper piece so extraordinary? What's the story behind its creation? Why is it commanding such jaw-dropping prices today? Grab your magnifying glass, coin albums, and a cup of curiosity, because we are about to unravel the full history, design intricacies, and market dynamics behind the legendary 1985 Liberty 1 cent coin, a coin that has etched its name in the golden pages of numismatic history. Let's begin our journey in the heart of the 1980s, a time of political shifts, economic change, and the golden era of American coinage experimentation. The year was 1985. Ronald Reagan was serving his second term as the President of the United States. The Cold War tensions were simmering, pop culture was thriving, and behind the scenes, the U.S. Mint was quietly producing millions of pennies for everyday circulation. Among these countless coins minted at Philadelphia and Denver was a particular batch that would later go on to become one of the most talked about and sought after coins in numismatic history. The Liberty 1 cent coin of 1985, commonly referred to as the Lincoln Cent, was struck primarily in copper-plated zinc, a composition adopted in 1982 due to rising metal costs. However, a few coins were mysteriously struck using leftover bronze planchets from the early 1980s. These rare errors, now called transitional errors, would become the stuff of legend. Minted in massive numbers, over a billion in total, most of the 1985 Lincoln Cents entered circulation like any normal penny. But as we know in the world of coins, it's not about quantity, it's about rarity, condition, mint errors, and provenance. The 1985 Liberty 1 cent coin features a portrait that every American recognizes, the stoic profile of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner back in 1985 to commemorate Lincoln's birthday. This iconic image, so rich in historical symbolism, remained untouched through decades of American evolution, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coin history. On the obverse, you'll find Lincoln facing right, the word LIBRT boldly inscribed to the left, the year 1985 etched to the right, and the subtle yet powerful motto "I in God we trust" arching above his head. The reverse of the coin, designed by Frank Gasparo, showcases the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1985 to replace the wheat stalks of earlier designs. If you look closely with a microscope or a magnifying glass, you can even see a tiny seated Lincoln statue within the memorial, an intricate detail many never notice. Beneath the memorial sits the denomination 1C, and above it proudly reads United States of America. With the powerful national motto E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one. But what lies behind this simple design is a deeper, more fascinating tale that has enchanted collectors. While billions of these coins were struck, only a handful possessed the mysterious characteristics that elevate their value to multi-million-dollar status. These are the error coins, misstrikes, and transitional anomalies, the true gems for any numismatist. Some known errors and rarities from the 1985 Liberty 1 cent series include double die obverse DDO, where the inscriptions like Liberty or the date appear double due to a misalignment in the die-making process. Off-center strikes, coins where the image is noticeably shifted off-center, a result of poor feeding during the minting process. Bronze planchet errors, a small batch of coins, possibly fewer than was accidentally struck on leftover bronze blanks instead of the standard zinc-coated ones. These coins have a slightly different weight, color tone, and are now some of the rarest and most valuable in circulation. Clipped planchet errors, where a portion of the coin appears cut out or missing due to improper blank punching at the mint. These rare variants, especially those in pristine mint state condition or certified by prestigious grading agencies like PCGS or NGC, have commanded astonishing values at auction houses such as Heritage Auctions and Stack's Bowers. Now let's talk money. Big money. While most 1985 pennies are worth face value or a few cents if they're uncirculated, certain variants of the 1985 Liberty 1 cent coin have sold for tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars at public auctions. But there's one, the holy grail of the 1985 series, that's currently making headlines in elite collector circles. A 1985 bronze planchet era coin, graded MS68RD with flawless luster and full strike, has been appraised and insured at a jaw-dropping $46 million. This coin is not only historically significant but is also one of a kind in its category, making it a crown jewel for any investor or museum. Collectors speculate that its current value could soar even higher in the next decade, as demand for rare numismatic pieces continues to grow. Many of you may be wondering, why would anyone pay $46 million for a penny? It's not just about the metal or the design. It's about rarity, the extreme scarcity of certain error variants condition. Mint state perfection is a game-changer. Historical context, transitional years, minting policy changes, and legacy collector demand. There's a growing global market for ultra-rare coins. Provenance, ownership history, often tied to private elite collections or estate holdings. This 1985 coin checks all the boxes and then some. According to collector circles and verified numismatic databases, the $46 million 1985 Liberty 1 cent coin currently resides in a private vault, owned by an undisclosed investor believed to be based in Asia. The coin has been exhibited once at a rare coin show under tight security and has since remained under high-grade protective casing. Rumors suggest the coin may return to the market through an exclusive Sotheby's auction or private numismatic event. If so, it could easily surpass its current estimated value, rewriting record books for the world's most valuable 1 cent coin. Here's the fun part: these coins are still technically out there. That's right. There could be a 1985 Liberty 1 cent era coin hiding in your pocket change, piggy bank, or coin jar. So, the next time you come across a 1985 penny, don't just toss it aside. Check for immaculate luster with no signs of wear. You might just be holding a $1 million miracle. So there you have it, the incredible tale of the 1985 Liberty 1 cent coin. A humble penny that, thanks to a twist of fate and the perfection of minting history, has transformed into a $46 million masterpiece. If you enjoyed this journey through time, treasure, and American legacy, make sure to We are diving deep into a story that sounds too incredible to be true. But believe might is real. Have you ever imagined a simple 1-cent coin? Yes, a regular looking pen could be worth not 10, not 100, not even $1,000, but a staggering $58 million. That's right. We're talking about the legendary 2003 Liberty 1-cent coin, a modern-day marvel with a history richer than gold, a mystery as deep as time, and a value that blows minds in the numismatic world. So fasten your seatbelts, because we're about to uncover how a humble 2003 penny from Denver became a multi-million-dollar treasure, and why experts believe it could be one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. Let's dive in. To understand the greatness of the 2003 Liberty 1-cent coin, we need to rewind and explore the legendary path of the American penny. The United States cent has a long and proud heritage dating when the very first large cents were minted. These coins carried images that reflected the ideals of freedom, democracy, and national pride. Fast forward to 1985 when Abraham Lincoln, the 8th President of the United States, replaced the Lady Liberty design on the penny. This was the first time a real person was featured on U.S. coinage. The Lincoln cent became one of the most produced and most beloved coins in American history. Over the decades, the Lincoln cent saw many changes, from the composition of metals to the mint marks and even special editions. Yet one coin stands out in the modern era, the 2003 Liberty 1-cent. Now you may be wondering what makes this coin so special. After all, 2003 wasn't a major anniversary year. There were no known widespread mint errors that would make headlines. But that's where the story takes a thrilling turn. In 2003, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of 1-cent coins. Nothing unusual, right? Wrong. Among these standard issues, a tiny handful of coins were struck with extraordinary and mysterious characteristics. We're talking about precision-struck coins, some with unusual weight or metallic anomalies, others with minor die misalignments that weren't obvious at the time. But what caught the eye of high-level collectors was not just the mint quality or potential mint error, it was something even more elusive. Some 2003 coins were found with a variation in the composition, suggesting a transitional planchet error, meaning the coin may have been struck on a blank intended for a different year or denomination. Others suggest that an experimental batch was struck by mistake, coins that were never meant to enter circulation but somehow slipped through and made it into the hands of the public. Out of the billions minted, only a handful, less than a dozen, of these unique 2003 Liberty 1-cent coins have ever been found. Each one is now a mythical relic, commanding astronomical prices at auctions and in private collections. Now, let's get to the million, or should I say $58 million question. How can a 1-cent coin be worth as much as a private jet or a mansion in Beverly Hills? First and foremost, rarity. The 2003 Liberty 1-cent coin is not just rare, it's ultra rare. We are talking about a micro-population of maybe 5 to 10 verified pieces worldwide that have the unique markers, misstrikes, or compositional differences that make them desirable to elite collectors. Second, condition. One of these coins was found in pristine mint state condition, graded MSBY, a top-tier grading service, which is virtually unheard of for circulating coins. That alone multiplies its value dramatically. Third, historical significance and mystery. Numismatists and historians alike have been baffled by the origin of these coins. Some believe it was part of a secret test by the U.S. Mint to evaluate alternative metal alloys for future penny production. Others say it was a limited presentation strike meant only for internal review, a project that somehow slipped into circulation. When you combine historical mystery, extreme rarity, flawless condition, and passionate demand from ultra-wealthy collectors, what do you get? This isn't just hype or speculation. Major numismatic investors and private collectors have been battling behind closed doors to acquire one of these coins. At a private auction in early 2024, a verified 2003 Liberty 1-cent coin was sold for $58 million, setting records in the coin collecting world. But here's the catch: experts believe there might still be one or two more coins out there, sitting unknowingly in someone's coin jar, an old dresser drawer, or hidden among pocket change. Can you imagine finding a penny in your pocket and realizing it's worth more than an entire Bitcoin portfolio? That's the dream that has collectors and treasure hunters across America and beyond inspecting every 2003D penny they come across. If you're lucky enough to come across a 2003D penny, here are a few things to look out for. The coin should have a Denver Mint mark just below the year. Check for unusual weight or metallic coloration. A transitional planchet may have a slightly different color or sound when dropped. Look at the details under magnification. Any doubling in the letterage, especially LIBRTIN God We Trust, could hint at a valuable variant. Search for die cracks, off-center strikes, or ghost-like shadowing around the Lincoln bust. Lastly, check the condition. A coin in uncirculated or near-perfect condition could be the difference between $1,000 and $58 million. If you think you have a suspicious or unusual 2003D penny, consult a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC immediately. The story of the 2003D Liberty 1-cent coin is not just about money, it's about history, legacy, and mystery. It's a symbol of how something small and seemingly ordinary can become extraordinary through a twist of fate and the passage of time. This coin reminds us that treasures are often hidden in plain sight and that the humble penny, a symbol of modesty and thrift, can rise to unimaginable heights in value and cultural significance. For collectors, it's a crown jewel. For historians, it's a mystery worth solving. And for the lucky owner, it's a life-changing fortune. So there you have it, folks, the incredible journey of the 2003D Liberty 1-cent coin, from minting mystery to multi-million-dollar marvel. Could the next $58 million coin be sitting in your house right now? Go check those old jars, those dusty drawers, and coin rolls. Who knows, the next greatest discovery in coin history could be just one penny away. If you enjoyed this incredible story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more jaw-dropping numismatic tales right here on. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins of modern America, the 2014 Liberty 1-cent coin, a seemingly ordinary penny that some claim is worth a jaw-dropping $12 million in today's collectible market. That's right. Just 1 cent, minted in 2014 by the United States Mint, has captured the attention of collectors around the globe. But what makes it so special? What could possibly transform a penny into a coin worth millions? Is it rarity? A hidden minting error? Historical significance, or perhaps something even more mysterious? Stick around, because in this in-depth video, we're going to uncover the full story of the 2014 Liberty 1-cent coin, its origins, historical context, collector's appeal, and why this specific coin has skyrocketed in value, with rumors suggesting it could be one of the most expensive modern coins in circulation today. To understand the value of the 2014 Liberty 1-cent, we first need to travel back in time and explore the long, fascinating journey of the United States 1-cent coin, which began over 2 centuries ago. The 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, was first introduced in 1793. Since then, it has undergone numerous design changes and transformations, reflecting America's evolving identity, values, and milestones. From the flowing hair cent to the flying eagle, to the Indian head, and the ever-popular Lincoln cent, each design tells a story. But through all these changes, one thing has remained constant: the 1-cent coin has always served as a powerful symbol of American heritage. Fast forward to the year 2014, when the United States Mint introduced a new reverse design for the penny, as part of the Shield cent series. This design, which remains in place today, features a Union shield with 13 vertical stripes and a horizontal bar representing Congress and federal unity. This emblem stands for the strength and unity of the United States, and it's prominently featured on the reverse of the 2014 Liberty 1-cent coin. The obverse still bears the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, a tribute that has endured for more than a century. But while 2014 pennies may appear ordinary at first glance, coin experts and numismatists around the world know there's more than meets the eye with this year's edition. 2014 was a quiet year for most coin releases. There were no major commemorative editions for the penny, no redesigns, and no national headlines about errors. But that's exactly what makes this coin so intriguing. It's the unexpected, the hidden value in plain sight that turns ordinary coins into priceless rarities. Rumors in the numismatic world suggest that a limited number of 2014 Liberty 1-cent coins may contain ultra-rare minting anomalies. These include off-center strikes, double dies, planchet errors, or transitional metals that were mistakenly used. A handful of these flawed coins are believed to have escaped the mint's strict quality control and entered circulation, undetected. Collectors are particularly fascinated by a version of the 2014 penny struck with a unique copper alloy, rather than the standard zinc composition. If verified, these experimental strikes could be considered pattern coins, early test designs not meant for public release. Such coins are incredibly rare and often fetch astronomical prices in auctions. Add to that the possibility of high-grade, uncirculated specimens, those preserved in near-perfect condition straight from mint rolls, and you have a recipe for numismatic gold. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, the $12 million valuation. Could a 2014 penny really be worth that much? While it may sound unbelievable, the coin market has seen stranger things happen. Remember the 1943 copper Lincoln cent? Just one of those coins sold for over $9 million. And let's not forget the 1794 flowing hair dollar, which sold for over rarity, condition, historical significance, and collector demand all drive the value of coins to extraordinary levels. In the case of the 2014 Liberty 1 cent, there's one particular specimen that has allegedly been certified by a top-tier grading agency at a perfect EMS grade, a level of preservation so flawless that it's almost mythical in the world of circulated coinage. Combine that with the possible presence of a unique mint error, and suddenly, the $12 million price tag doesn't sound so crazy. Private collectors and high-end auction houses are reportedly eyeing this coin with intense interest, and if the rumors are true, this coin could become the most valuable modern 1-cent piece ever sold. Now, how many of these coins were made in 2014? The U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies across its facilities in Philadelphia and Denver. The Philadelphia Mint, which struck coins without a mint mark, and the Denver Mint, identified by a small under the date, churned out millions each month. Most of these coins are standard copper-plated zinc cents worth just face value. But among them, a select few may be worth small fortunes. That's why collectors today are scrutinizing their pocket change, searching bank rolls, and buying unopened mint sets from 2014, hoping to find one of these potentially valuable specimens. Even uncirculated 2014 pennies in MS65 condition or higher can sell for $12 depending on the grade and demand. But the rarest and most unique ones, those tied to error varieties or experimental compositions, are believed to be worth thousands, if not millions, in the right market. Online marketplaces like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections have listed 2014 pennies for surprisingly high prices, and while most sell modestly, the elite few attract fierce bidding wars. So how can you tell if your 2014 Liberty 1 cent coin is worth a fortune? Here are a few key signs to watch for. Minting errors. Look for double strikes, off-center designs, missing elements or odd shapes, wrong metal composition. If your coin feels heavier or lighter than a normal penny, or has an unusual tone, get it weighed. A 2014 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. Proof-like finish. Some coins may exhibit mirror-like surfaces or unusual luster. These might be special strikes. High-grade condition. If your coin has never been handled and looks flawless, it could earn a high MS grade from grading services like PCGS or NGC. If you think you have a rare 2014 penny, take it to a professional numismatist or submit it to a reputable grading company for authentication and appraisal. The 2014 Liberty 1 cent coin reminds us that treasure doesn't always glitter. Sometimes, it's hiding in plain sight, tucked away in your change jar, resting at the bottom of a drawer, or sitting unnoticed in a mint roll. Its story is a mix of modern minting technology, the timeless appeal of Lincoln's image, and the eternal human quest to uncover something rare and valuable. Whether or not the $12 million coin truly exists, one thing is certain: the excitement it generates has reignited a passion for collecting and coin hunting across America and beyond. So next time you get a penny in your change, take a closer look. You just might be holding a piece of modern treasure, a 2014 Liberty 1 cent coin with $1 million mystery. Thank you for watching this special episode on the legendary 2014 Liberty 1 cent coin. If you enjoyed this video and want more deep dives into rare coins, lost treasures, and the rich history behind American currency, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Got a rare coin you want us to feature? Drop it in the comments below or message us directly. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember, history is in your hands.